How can we influence a person's life with just an act of affection? I've lived in 5 different states, 7 different cities since the time I was in kindergarten. No, my dad was not in the military, so don't think that's why I moved so much. But I will say after moving a while, it was nothing new to me. It seemed as if every single time we would settle down and I would actually like the area I was in and I would actually feel like I was fitting in, we moved. Moving to all these new places forced me to be more outgoing, and it forced me to feel like I had to fit in where I could get in. Each time my family moved, I had to acclimate to a new climate and to a new type of people. Growing up in these different places and always moving made it very difficult to actually have a solid education and to learn and have an understanding of how to make friends. It seems so hard. It seems so hard for me to do. Everyone already had their own clique and who they liked and disliked, and everyone knew everyone because of the fact that they grew up together. There were many times as I was growing up in these new schools where I felt very lonely. I mean, with a whole bunch of people around, you're probably wondering, like, why would I be lonely? But it felt as if everyone had a friend and I didn't. And I'm not just talking about the people you only talk to because you have class with them. I'm actually talking about an actual friend. That person or people you love hanging around because you guys relate on so many levels and you have plenty to talk about and they accept you for who you are. See, the thing that I didn't have when I was growing up was a sense of belonging. I felt that I did not belong and that I would never be able to. Executive of Teaching Emotional Intelligence and Negotiation Skills, Tim Dawes, said that belonging is a fundamental aspect to being humane. Tim Dawes also talks about the power of compassion. I think that no one deserves to feel like they are not needed or that they are not seen or they're not heard. Loneliness is one of the major factors of depression. Tim Dawes, in a TED Talk I watched, lists 2 things that humans feel the need to have in order to survive. And those things are affection, feeling like they are loved and thought about. Connection, feeling like they are seen and heard, and feeling like they actually have commonalities with others. Throughout my life, I've noticed many people who are very sad and lonely, and I think they're missing one need or one human need, or even just all of them. As a new girl just starting out at a bunch of new schools, I lacked those fundamental qualities that I was needed. But as time went by and I moved to the last place, I learned something very vital. And it is that we all have purpose and we all have a meaning in this world. And that we all are important. And that if we can share that with others, we can share our purpose and we can share our meaning. But I adopted this mandate because of the experiences I had throughout the school. But the biggest problem for many people is that they suffer in this world. They are not feeling like they are worthy or that they're important. And most of the time, their biggest opponent is themselves. Because people devalue who they are as a person because they see themselves as useless. Sometimes those thoughts and those feelings can come from the choices they made or the choices that others have made around them or even the things that people have said to them. In the American Foundation for Suicide, the stats were on average that 103 people kill themselves on every single day, and that each year 44,965 people kill themselves a year due to suicide. Why are these numbers so high? Could we stop this from happening if we just stopped and took a minute to recognize and to evaluate when someone is losing or seems like they have lack of their fundamental needs to living and to surviving? If we just took a minute and went over and said, "Are you okay?" and had a deep conversation with them and actually was a friend to them, concerned about their emotions and feelings. But compassion is a sympathetic concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others, and it is the most powerful thing too if we use it. And if we use that while we speak to other people, if they look like they're losing or they're lacking their fundamental needs for living, then it can be so powerful. As well as empathy, which is the ability to understand and to share the feelings that another person is having. And empathy and compassion together are the biggest tools to being humane and to sharing our humanity with others. I believe in helping people to see their value through compassion.